The female corpse before them was not only completely naked, but also wore deer antlers on her head. She had been positioned in a kneeling prayer pose, with a symbol of unknown meaning painted on her back. Around the body were several small structures, also of unclear significance. After a preliminary examination, Cole discovered binding marks on the victim's wrists, ankles, and knees. There were multiple shallow stab wounds on her abdomen, bleeding on her head, and bruising on her shoulders, thighs, and torso. Cole believed she had been laid flat for some time after death before being moved to this location. Jack then followed protocol and photographed the scene for the record, but Cole wrote down everything he observed in the notebook he always carried with him. Then Cole noted that the victim's knees were scraped. There were blanket burns on her back, blisters on her lips, receding gums, and dental problems. The victim was very likely a prostitute. The killer probably didn't know the victim, but had been harboring these urges for a long time. While investigating the victim's identity, they navigated the city's dark corners, cheap motels, strip clubs reeking of alcohol, sweat, and desire. When questioning the victim's husband, the lights flickered in the dingy room. The husband sat on a worn-out couch, his hands trembling constantly, his voice choked with tears. He kept looking down to avoid eye contact, his gaze darting away. When he mentioned the victim's involvement in religious activities, his tone carried hesitation and unease, as if he were hiding something. This crucial lead pointed the case in a religious direction. The next morning, Jack rushed to the station. Before he could even sit down, Cole told him the fingerprint results were in. The victim's identity had been confirmed. She had priors for theft, possession of contraband, and prostitution. Her landlord said she hadn't been back to her place in over a year. She had an ex-husband currently in prison for check fraud. Her mother lived in the suburbs. Her driver's license had expired, and the medical examiner had called as well. According to the ME's examination, there were no fingerprints anywhere on the body. There were binding marks on the wrists and ankles, evidence of sexual assault, and she hadn't eaten for at least a day. Based on all this, Cole was even more convinced this was premeditated.